Well, hello, fellow constitutionalists. I just wanted to sit down and do this short video, and this video is very, very hard for me to do. As you know, and this has been a while, and Charlie Gard has passed away. He's that little British boy who was denied by not only the hospital but by the courts, denied their parents or his parents to seek further medical treatment, get a second opinion, and possibly perform a life-saving procedure here in the United States. Now, the procedure in the United States, I'm going to lie to you, had a very low percentage, but it was still an option. They raised the money through GoFundMe, and it wasn't going to cost anybody anything. They had everything set up, but the British courts and the medical system over in Britain decided that they knew best Charlie's fate, and they decided that they knew better than the parents. I cannot comprehend the grief these parents are going through and the what ifs that are going through their mind. What if they'd have got Charlie the medical care here in the United States sooner? You know, almost back when they discovered this and started the GoFundMe and tried to find other solutions. The what ifs. And I'm just going through and reading some headlines this morning, and this breaks my heart. I have a special needs daughter who will be turning 22 years old in this month, later on this month. And she had to go through some life-saving surgeries when she was very young, back in 2001. She was born with a stroke in her left hemisphere, or they call it left hemispherical infarct. She was born that way. It caused paralysis and seizures, and she suffered with this until 2001. She was taking gobs of pills to try to control the seizures, and it wasn't working, and it was hurting her body. So we went through a risky surgery of hemispherectomy and 2 other procedures to help isolate the seizures in the left part of her brain, and she's fantastic now. And this all happened before Obamacare. I can't imagine what we'd be going through if we tried to get the surgery done today. She would have probably been denied this surgery today. So it breaks my heart when I see parents go through this, because I went through something similar. My child didn't die, but it's heart-wrenching decisions as a parent to make these decisions in the name of your child or for your child that in my opinion, God gave you. God graced you with that child. Good, bad, or indifferent. And I'm reading here, Charlie Gard is to be buried with his beloved cuddly toy monkeys. Charlie Gard dies, a baby's life support withdrawn, hospice as parents denied final wish. They wanted Charlie to die at home with them, not in some hospice. And this is a difference here in the United States than it is in some of these other countries. Hospice over there, you're in like a hospital facility. Here in the United States, hospice comes to your house and are with you in your house. And again, the baby's parents' wishes were denied. They were denied that freedom. And again, I go back to this freedom, anti-freedom situation. You know, where these folks were denied their basic parental rights to try to take care of Charlie the best they could. And these doctors aren't infallible. Charlie Gard's parents say hospital denied their final wish for dying son. It just keeps going on and on and on, all these headlines about this. And again, it's heart-wrenching. And I go back, and I stand by this. I got some criticism for putting this up on my Facebook feed. But government health care is responsible for Charlie Gard's death. And what I want to say to all these supporters in Indivisible Group, Common Cause, and all these anti-freedom supporters of single-payer government health care, especially my Facebook antagonist, Kimberly Eaton, this is what you're going to get with government health care. You can look to England for examples. You can look to Europe for examples and see what rationing of health care is. And this is rationing of health care. Denying the parents an opportunity to try to save their children and not having to use the state's money. The healthcare system in the UK wouldn't have had to pay anything for them coming over to the States. But, and this is the important but here. If they would allow this to happen, and Charlie would have been okay. Let's say he would have come through and the procedure would have helped him to normalize and become a normal child, you know, bring him out of this danger zone, as it were. This would have been an indictment on social medicine, and they could not have that. They could not have that. And that's, you got to remember that, folks. These socialists out there cannot allow the people to see the failures of socialism. Because if they do, then people are going to start thinking that socialism isn't the best thing in the world for them. I don't want to belabor this, but I just wanted to share that with you. And I'll close with this picture again. And just remember, it was government health care that caused Charlie's death. Because we'll never know now if the procedure he could have gotten in the States would have been life-saving or not. You guys have a great rest of the day, and God bless.